Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your MLB Baseball preview and predictions for a Friday, June 18th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your weekend. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are watching on a mobile device. Today's podcast brought to you by bullpenpicks.com. Anybody can play, anybody can join, and you want to follow the top pickers today at bullpenpicks.com, and that's Ed Muss here, 846. Art Kent, Art 55 at 768. And Black Knight Frank back in third place after falling down the ranks a few steps, but right back now in third place. And there's Eddie O at 757. And make sure you want to follow the hottest pickers right now. In fact, Jerry D. Harris, 20-5 the last 2 days. And there's Mags, also 18-7 the last 2 days. And if you want to follow my selections, I went 8-2 yesterday. Not a bad day. I won my premium best bet with the Houston Astros. If you watched the live stream, you know I was big on them last night. And I'm now hitting 70% of my baseball picks the last 100 releases. In fact, I'm 70-30. And folks, those picks are free right here at bullpenpicks.com. All right, let's get to this one here between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Cleveland Indians. Now, the Tribe going to this one, a 125 favorite. The over-under is set at 8.5. ATS forecast, the computer pick based on 27 games in the database, 5.1 for Cleveland, 4.5 for the Bucks. The over-under at 9.7. Pittsburgh now mirrored in a 10-game losing streak. Chad Kuhl going to be asked to toe the rubber and stop the bleeding today for the Pirates. The over 6-1 in Kuhl starts this season. He'll be up against John Carlos Mejia of the Cleveland Indians, and the Indians now on a 4-game win streak. New York Mets taking on the Washington Nationals, losing last night 2-0 to the Cubs, and Joey Lucchesi here going to go today for the Mets. They are 1-7 when Lucchesi starts for New York, and he's up against Joe Ross of the Washington Nationals. Bookmakers have made the line -115. I had the Mets at -139, so you're getting good value here on the New York Mets. And they're 35-26 on the year, up against Washington, who are 5 games below 500 at 30-35. New York Yankees sweeping the Toronto Blue Jays the last 3 days, are now at home facing the Oakland Athletics. Should be a good series. You got James Kaprielian going tonight against Jameson Taillon of the New York Yankees. And looking at the Bronx Bombers, they are 36-32 on the season. And for Oakland, 43-27. And again, 6-game win streak for Oakland, having a good year. Where the Yankees, the line I had on this game here tonight, -121, and you are laying 135. And I did have the Oakland Athletics at -161, and you can see the Kogo today is at 35%, meaning a 65% chance of this game going under the total tonight at Yankee Stadium. First pitch tonight in the Bronx, 7:05. Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Now, the Blue Jays, looking at their last performance against the New York Yankees, I just think they got schooled by an older veteran club, and now you're seeing the Toronto Blue Jays team just getting a little bit fragile mentally from a confidence level point of view. The bullpen is starting to get a little bit dinged up, so we're gonna have to keep an eye out on that. But the bookmakers give them a lot of respect here at 170. The over/under is set at 10. ATS forecast. The computer pick gonna lead with Robbie Ray and the Toronto Blue Jays here. 5.3 to 4.2, the over-under at 9.58. Bruce Zimmerman going to go and start for the Baltimore Orioles. They're on an 8-game losing streak, where Toronto is on a 4-game losing streak. And you know my saying, what's coming up next? Misery loves company. St. Louis taking on the Atlanta Braves. Now, the Braves coming into this one, coming off a 4-0 win yesterday. Old Charlie Morton got the win there for the Chop. And looking at tonight's line, -140, and the over-under set at 9.5. ATS forecast, the computer pick, gonna lean with Max Fried and the Atlanta Braves, 6.1 to 3.5. The over-under set at 9.69. Carlos Martinez gonna go for the Cardinals. They're 4-8 in his starts. The last 5 games for St. Louis have gone under the total, and the Atlanta Braves, 4 games below 500, 31-35, where St. Louis, 1 game above 500, 35-34. My line on this game, I had the Atlanta Braves at -104, and they're overvalued at 140. Miami Marlins taking on the Cubs at Wrigley today. First pitch, 8:05, so we're not getting an afternoon game today at Wrigley. No line yet on this game, so check the website for the latest. Minnesota taking on the Texas Rangers. Rangers losing 8-4 2 days ago to the Houston Astros, and they're sending Mike Foltynewicz today to the hill. He's up against Jose Barrios of the Minnesota Twins. Twins having a disappointing season, 27-41, up against Texas, who are 25-43. And looking at the computer pick, we're going to go with the Twinkies here, 4.2 to 3.4. The over-under at 7.71. And the Texas Rangers on a 3-game losing streak. And your Kogo on this game is 30%, meaning a 70% chance of going under the total tonight at Globe Life Park in Arlington. All right, Chicago White Sox took it on the chin last night against the Houston Astros. If you watched the live stream yesterday, going into this game, I knew with the veteran leadership squad that they would love the opportunity to take on one of the top dogs in Major League Baseball. And when you got a team with so many vets who've been to the World Series, like Houston did, I knew they were going to out to prove something, and now we're going to see if they can do it again tonight. They're going to send Luis Garcia to the hill. He'll be up against Carlos Rodon, so it's going to be a good pitching matchup here. I don't expect another 10-2 victory here tonight for Houston. You'll have to check bullpenpicks.com for my pick on this game here tonight, but the computer pick, look at that, 5.84 to 5.84, the over-under at 11.68. Looks like a coin flip here tonight. But again, check bullpenpicks.com for my selection on tonight's game between the Stros and the White Sox. Houston on a 4-game win streak. All right, the Boston Red Sox taking on the Kansas City Royals. The Bull Sox winning their last game 2 days ago against Atlanta. It was a 10-8 victory. Nick Pivetta going to toe the rubber here today for the Bull Sox, and he's up against undecided yet for Kansas City. And since there's no line on this game yet, again, you'll have to check bullpenpicks.com for my selection on that game, and we'll have it up this afternoon. Milwaukee taking on the Colorado Rockies at Coors Field, and the bookmakers have made the Brew Crew a 184 favorite. Corbin Burns going to go here today for the Brewers, and Antonio Sensatella going to get the tap for the Colorado Rockies, who are coming off a 7-3 win over the Milwaukee Brewers last night. And now Colorado, even though they, you can get really, perception versus reality, and you can't really trust Colorado on the road, but you can give them a glance at home as they're on a 4-game win streak right now, 29-41, 31-35-4 to the under, where Milwaukee is 38-31 on the season, and look at that, at 500 on the total, 32-5. My line on this game, I had the Brew Crew at minus 152. I also had Colorado at plus 163. And the computer going to go with an upset here with the dog, 5.4 to 4.3, the over-under at 9.74. And folks, if you watch the Raymond Report, you know it's based on 3 key fundamentals of handicapping, and that is value, the percentage play, and performance cycles. And I think right now, Colorado is going through one of their winning performance cycles. So we'll see if they're worth a look here today. And we'll see if we're going to include them at bullpenpicks.com in one of our selections. All right, let's take a look at the Tigers taking on the Angels. Now, the Halos, a huge price here. I don't like really, anytime I see a team that's below 500 in the Raymond Report, so it's C-type team, I really don't like it when I see them at minus 207. It's almost like a contrarian play to go against them, because I think they're just over-respected, overvalued. And my line on this game, even though the computer pick is at the computer has it at 4.3 to 4.1, the over-under at 8.45. My value index is at minus 196. So, to me, that just looks like a lot of respect for a team that's below 500. But, I say that, but they're only 1 game below 500. So it's not as if they are the Baltimore Orioles or the Pittsburgh Pirates or something, right? 1 game below 500. It's just like, you know what? It's a bit like Cincinnati. That snuck up on me right there. I thought they had since the Trout injury and he was gone, I really thought the Angels were not as good as that record indicates, right? So I guess, in programming, sometimes you just gotta, respect the line and the record, and you say, okay, I see you, LA Angels. I see you today at 34-35, and we'll give you a look. And look at the over-under on this game, 40, 27-2. Sorry, not this game, but the record for the LA Angels. That's a pretty good over record, and they're up against a team in Detroit who are now, the last 2 games have gone over the total, sending Jose Urena to the hill today up against Alex Cobb, and when Cobb goes for the Angels, they are 7-2. All right, enough of the Halos. Let's get on to the Dodgers and the D-backs. Arizona going into this game as a home dog, which they should be, because they're on a 2-touchdown losing streak. That's right, 14 straight games they've lost. The last 3 have gone over. The last 3 for the Dodgers have gone under. Trevor Bauer are going to go here today for the Dodgers, and we know Bauer lately has not been Trevor Bauer. like, and he's up against Caleb Smith for Arizona. And you know what? When you least suspect it, this is where you probably want to play Arizona because everybody's going to be on the Dodgers. And after a 14-game lose streak, and the way Bauer's been pitching, maybe this is a time where you go against the Dodgers. And is this the game where they snap that 14-game losing streak against LA? All right, we'll find out later on. But the computer pick also agrees with that. Look at that. 5.5 to 5.3, the over-under at 10.8. Should be an interesting matchup. I wouldn't say a good one, just interesting tonight at Chase Field. All right, Philadelphia taking on the San Francisco Giants, and we'll see tonight if they are a San Francisco treat, as they're coming off a 10-3 win in their last game against the D-backs, and they're a minus 129 favorite. The Phillies winning their last game 2 nights ago against the Clayton Kershaw and the Dodgers 2-0. Vince Velasquez is going to go here today for the Phillies. He's up against Johnny Cueto of the San Francisco Giants, and when Cueto goes for the Giants, they are 6-4 in his starts. San Fran on a 4-game win streak. The last 3 have gone over, where the last 4 games for Philly have gone under the total. 5.3 for Philly. 5.3 for San Francisco. 3.5 for the Phillies. The over-under at 8.87. Padres taking on the Cincinnati Reds. That pitching matchup that we had yesterday with Miley Musgrove. Thought it'd be a little low-scoring game, but with the 2 pitchers facing each other who pitched a no-hitter this season. But it didn't turn out that way. It was a 6-4, 10-run total, so it went over last night. The Padres, a minus 205 favorite here today. I had them listed at minus 173. I had the Reds at minus 105. And just when I talked about Cincinnati yesterday, sure enough, they lose the game 6-4. Tony Santillan going to go today for the Reds. He's up against Chris Paddock of the Padres. And we do like San Diego here again, 5.8, 3.6, the over-under at 9.51. And Tampa Bay taking on the Seattle Mariners. Now, I said this yesterday. If you recall, if you go watch yesterday's video, I said this is going to be an interesting matchup for the Tampa Bay Rays because once you lose your ace, the team chemistry could be fragile. And sure enough, they lose 6-5 yesterday to the Seattle Mariners. And this is going to be, I think I'm going to be really cautious taking Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has been one of my go-tos in my premium picks, but now because of the injury to Glass now, and the team psyche seems to be a bit fragile right now as they're on a 3-game losing streak, and that's not like Tampa Bay. They're going to send Michael Wacha here today to the hill. He's up against Yusei Kikuchi, who, if you've watched Kikuchi this year, he can go through a good stretch and a bad stretch, so we'll see what's in store here tonight between the Mariners and the Tampa Bay Rays. And the computer pick, based on 29 games in the system, does like Tampa Bay at 4.43 with the over at 4.3 for Seattle, the over-under at 8.76. So it does like it to go over the total, and it likes Tampa Bay to win this one. My line on this game, look at that, plus 100 for Tampa Bay, and we're listing them at minus 115. So a bit overvalued, and I had the Mariners at plus 147, so you're not getting any value here today on Seattle. But should be an interesting one. And the chances of winning the game goes to 69% for Tampa Bay, 42 for the Seattle Mariners. All right, there you have it. Those are the computer predictions today for a Friday, June 18th. Folks, don't forget, you can get my best bets each and every day at the ATSstats.com website, or you get my free picks at bullpenpicks.com. All right, Trends Are Your Friends segment. I know everybody likes this. The Angels are 11-1 as a minus 200, 220 home favorite after a non-division game the last 10 years, but I'm not going to recommend a minus 200, 220. That'd be absolutely foolish in my opinion. But Toronto Blue Jays, the under, 11-1 as an away team coming off a loss versus a right-handed pitcher this season. And that's a 91.6% to the under this year for Toronto. Let me see here. We got any more good ones? A lot of Angels. Okay, here's the Twins. 9-1 as an away team coming off a game, a 5-run win. So anytime Minnesota's coming off a 5-run win, man, I sound like Elmer Fudd right there. But last 3 years, 90%. So pretty good record right there. A lot of Angels. Look at all the Angels, right? Yankees 14-2 as a 120 to 140 home favorite coming off a game that went over the total the last 6 seasons. So nice. I do like the Yankees here today against Oakland. Should be a really good matchup. And to play devil's advocate right here, look at this. The Astros 13-2 as okay, they're not a home team. Oh, the Astros, no, not the A's. I was reading the Astros 13-2 as a home team coming off a 4-game win streak the last 3 years. So again, Houston looks pretty good here tonight. And let's finish it off with one total. I always like to finish off with a total. And let's go to Coors Field. The under 10-2 for the Rockies as a home team coming off a push the last 6 years. So you might want to consider the under tonight in Colorado. And they are facing, who are they facing again? Colorado, you are facing, there you go, Milwaukee. You got Corbin Burns, and Antonio Sensatella. So you got two pitchers. Corbin Burns can get some strikeouts for you, but we'll see if he can do it at Coors Field. All right, folks, don't forget bullpenpicks.com, and that's where I hang my hat and get my free picks. All you got to do is go to Most Followed, look for the Expos logo, and then you follow my selections. Go to following right here, and then all the people you follow, you compare your picks with theirs. And there's Art55, already the one-man party, already posted his picks. So we'll see if later on if we have anything in common today with our selections. All right, and if you're wondering, Def Leppard shirt today, and was it Pyromania? Number one song on this song on this track, the number 2 one, Photograph. If you're wondering, that's my favorite song on that album, Photograph. What about you? What do you guys like on the Pyromania album? Would love to hear your comment. Have a great rest of your Friday. As always, shop for value, play those percentages. We'll see you back shortly with another Raymond Report. Cheers.